Hi, it's Sia Patty. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I don't know if you can even tell it. Still not feeling well. I have bags under my eyes and the whole 9 yards. But I felt good enough this morning after not sleeping at all night. I felt good enough this morning to come down here and try to do this for you because you've been waiting a few days now. So thank you for your patience. So what I did is I looked at your information and I determined that you were a 9 based on your birth date. So 9 we know is a number of endings, okay? But when something ends, then that gives a chance for a new beginning. Now, yes, 9 is the number of the dead. And that means that the ancestors are speaking through this reading, okay? Or at least the ancestors are around you because that's your number all the time, right? You are a 9 based on your birth numbers. I didn't do your name, I just did your birthday, okay? So let me read you what 9 is. I'm sure that you've heard it before, but 9 is a number of completion, okay? You have to let go of the old to make way for the new. It could be relating to a particular mindset, a behavior, a friendship, a job, or a relationship that you may have outgrown. It can indicate the completion of a karmic lesson, a period of study, or a contractual obligation. Either way, this card serves as confirmation that you must move forward with confidence and courage towards bigger and better things. Have no fear of the unknown, for you are being divinely accompanied and guided. That's what I'm saying. The Agun speaking just means that they want to let you know that they're there. And they always are. And all you have to do is ask them for help. Right? Yeah, they may see what you're going through. They do. But they're not going to intervene unless you ask, because you have free will. You can do whatever. And part of your free will is to call on your ancestors. So when you call on them, then they can spring into additional action. Okay? So spend time alone to connect with your inner guidance. For in the silence, you'll be given the next logical step to take. Okay? So, you'll be getting messages from your ancestors, and I would suggest that you keep a notebook by your bed so that you can record your dreams if you remember your dreams. If you don't remember your dreams, that's not a problem. I don't remember my dreams either whenever I do sleep. Then just take note of the impressions that you have for the day. You know, like things that, the first thing that you think about once you get up in the morning or while you're having your coffee or tea. And the synchronicities that you notice throughout the day. Synchronicities are being things that repeat themselves, like numbers and times. Or if every time you look at the clock, it's your birthday and things like that. Pay attention to colors and just pay attention to your environment, the world around you. There was an exercise that I found on YouTube, and it was like to practice on how to start to fine-tune your intuitive skills and your clairvoyance and things like that. And you would pick each day, you would decide that this is the day that I'm just going to listen. I'm going to listen to everything. And so you start to pay attention to all the sounds of your day. The bus riding up, the kids going to school, the people walking the dogs. All of those little mundane things that people don't notice a lot. Pay attention to them. And then the next day, you could say, well, I'm going to make note of everything that I notice that I smell, the different aromas in the streets and in the house and in your office or where you work, whatever. Just make little notes or mental notes even so that you could start to fine tune all of those senses. Thank you. Also, so then the next day you would do smells, right? Smells, things that you hear, things that you see. When you eat, taste your food, everything. A piece of gum. Notice all the different tastes, the different aromas. Can you pinpoint the different seasonings in the food? Things like that. That's just a way to practice, and it's also a form of meditation. So anytime that you meditate, anytime that you are doing that kind of spiritual work, that's good. It's relaxing for you. It opens you up to messages from the divine and guidance from your ancestors, and it will start to center you and ground you and make you feel like you have more control over the things in your life, because now you're determining what your day is going to be. When you get up, oh, this is going to be the day that I do this, and things happen and you get, swayed off of your path. But if you get into the habit of establishing this thing that you can control and no one else can control, that's one starter. That's like a jump off point. Okay, so I was just giving that to say to you, and I hope that that is helpful. All right. So also what I thought to do this morning, what I was led to do. This is a book. It's called Until Today. All right, and it's by Iyanla Vanzant. And it actually is the companion book to the Until Today cards that I use. They weren't written at the same time, and they're different. But these are like the daily word, daily affirmations. It's a lot, but each day of the year has a particular verse that goes along with it, okay? If you can find it, I don't know if they're still available, but this was published by Simon & Schuster, all right? And it was $22 at the time, US dollars, and that was 15.99 pounds and 32.50 in Canadian money, if that helps you figure out what it is. But I don't read it every single day, but once in a while when I'm led to it, I just pick up the book, I find the day, and it gives me a little affirmation to go on. Now, if you can't do this, places like the Daily Word, I think they will send you the daily verses free, or you might be able to pick them up in a store or a church, things like that. It must be free because my mother's been getting it since I known her. She calls them up and she does prayer online with them, and that's another thing you can do. The Word of Life. Yeah, the Word of Life. I think that's the Word of Life Ministries maybe. They have hotlines you can call and talk to people 24 hours a day, as the Daily Word does. Lots of church organizations have those 24-hour days hotlines that you can call and get someone to pray with you. If that's not what you're looking for, then you can call AA, the American Cancer Society, Suicide Prevention Hotline. All of those places have resources, and I believe they have international 800 numbers. And if not, you can go on the computer, go on their website, and find out how to contact them in your country, okay? So, like I said, you were a Pisces, and 9 is the number of completion, which means that something is going to begin, right? So let's see what this passage for February 8th says. And they don't have years on them, so once you buy the book, it's for every year, forever. It doesn't change with years and things like that. It's just the date. Okay, February 8th. I will know love when I realize my love is the sacred and holy ground of love. My life is the sacred and holy ground of love. I will know love when I realize that my life is the sacred and holy ground of love. It is not loving to stay in a place or in an experience where you are happy sometimes and sad most of the time. It is not loving to convince yourself that it is okay to stay in a place where you are not loved, honored, and valued the way your heart tells you that you deserve to be. It is not loving, nor is it loving to others involved, to allow yourself to be mentally, emotionally, or physically abused in hope that things can or will get better. When you participate in actions and activities that are not loving towards you, you are helping them do things that hurt you, and that's not a loving thing to do. It's easy to convince yourself that you must stay where you are because you have no place else to go, or because you know things could be worse, or because you know things could get better. It's easy to overlook things that eat away at your sense of self, your sense of value, your sense of well-being. As easy as it may be to blame someone else, try to ignore what you feel. To call your pain a sacrifice for love. You are not being loving or wise to do so. I'm going to read that again. As easy as it may be to blame someone else, to try to ignore what you feel, to call your pain a sacrifice for love, you are not being loving or wise to do so. Eventually, you will be held responsible for everything you experience and how you have responded to it. Love does not ask us to lose ourselves, to harm ourselves, or sacrifice ourselves for its sake. Love offers itself, measure for measure, what we offer it. If you are being dishonored, disrespected, physically harmed for the love you give, you must ask yourself, am I really giving love, or am I simply afraid to leave? Until today, you may have participated in being unloving towards yourself. Just for today, allow yourself to stand in the truth, honor, and peace of love. Just for today, allow yourself to stand in the truth, honor, and peace of love. Ask yourself, am I receiving all that I am giving? If not, ask yourself why. And the affirmation here is, today I'm devoted to loving myself, honoring myself, and removing myself from unloving experiences. Ashe, amen. Well, that was definitely a word that spoke to my soul. And that's what I like about this work that I'm doing now, is because not only am I helping other people, I'm helping myself. This is a ministry for me that is also a ministry to me, to my soul. If it's not something that I can relate to, I know it's something for the edification of my lineage, or for me to know something that I can help somebody else with. It's like I'm constantly learning things and affirming things and opening my mind and my heart and my soul to more stuff. So even if you don't do readings or tarot or anything like that, it doesn't hurt to do it for yourself, because it's a form of meditation in and of itself. I'm using this paper to fan because now I'm having a flash. I'm just falling apart here, honey. Anyway, so let's begin with your reading, all right? Oh, my goodness. I should have told my son to leave that door open when he walked out to go. But maybe he'll come back with some breakfast for me. And I have to take a sip of this tea. Pardon me. Thank you. Okay, so what we did first, we're going to be using these new cards that I've been using this month because it moves a little quicker unless if we get caught up in something. And this is only a 5 card spread. You got 6 cards because I guess that's what the spirit wanted. And at the bottom of the deck was the Magician. So this is telling me, or this is telling you, that you have all the tools you need to help yourself in these situations. You just have to figure out what tool you need at what time. She's coming to the front door now. Thank you, God. Thank you. Could you leave that door open, please? I'm still recording, but I'm sweating. So anyway, that's your card, the Magician. That means that this is the underlying energy for this reading that we're doing, okay? So this shows me that you have the power to do the things that you need to do in order to save yourself from, bring yourself out of the depression that you've been in, because that's what it sounds like that you've been in, is a depression. Lock it, babe. Okay. Thank you. So, this is so rude, but it's early in the morning and he's on his way to work, and I'm not usually up these hours, so we don't really, run into each other. But this morning, like I said, I didn't sleep all night, and the first thing I did was come down here so I could do this for you. All right, so excuse my appearance, excuse the unprofessionalism that's being exhibited right now. But I was sick. I think what happened is he went on a cruise, okay, and he got sick on the cruise, and it was only a 4-day cruise, and he came back. He went to Turks and Caicos, which is beautiful, right? And he's very young, so this is his first cruise, and I'm happy for him. And apparently he got sick the first day because he didn't want to listen to Mom. He was listening to his girlfriend, and instead of doing preventative, they had to do palliative. So once he got sick, she took care of him because she went on the cruise too, so thank God for that. But he was working on the cruise. That's how he was able to go. He was crew. And it turned out to be a really great experience for him. But his girlfriend, she went ahead and got herself a ticket, and she joined him. And I'm glad that she did because, at least he had somewhere nice to sleep and someone to look after him on that first night. So they were only going for 4 days. And then he went to, he had to take the airplane back from Miami. And I just think that he brought that bug home with him. And just funny, has nothing to do with anything, but I had asked him to bring home some Hennessy, white Hennessy, from the cruise, because normally we can't get that here in the United States. So he had brought me these beautiful shot glasses. I collect shot glasses from different places. Friends send me shot glasses from different countries. I have shot glasses from all over the place. So he brought home these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shot glasses. I'd never seen anything like that before. And each of them there were 3, and they were 3 different colors, and they were like iridescent and just gorgeous. I was so busy admiring these. Look at these circles. Anyway, I was so busy admiring these shot glasses. And I opened up the bottle of the white Hennessy, and I wanted to, give him, let him have some. He's over 21. He's a little over 21, like a couple of years. So he's in no danger of, not being able to drink or anything. And I poured it into the shot glass. He'd never had it before. And then I realized, of course, because whenever I do get it, I hide it. I keep it in my room under lock and key. He never even seen the bottle until I showed him a picture of it, because I smuggle it in. you know, because he has friends over and things like that. And I don't want to leave that out for everybody. That's not for everybody. Mm-mm. That's for special occasions and special people. So, in honor of him doing this work for me and going on this cruise and just, you know, being a big boy, yeah, I'm a mom. I let him take a shot, and he loved it. He was like, "Wow, that's smooth," you know. I was like, "Yeah, well," and I said, "And this is just this level. There's another level, and they go up to Richard the 13th, I believe. It's like 2 more levels, and you can buy those here, but it's just that you don't have the money to buy them. So, you know, Hennessy is a like a cognac, you know." But the white Hennessy is just very smooth. And he loved it, but he was tired and he went to bed. So I'm trying to clean up, and I see that I thought he had finished his shot because I sip mine because I'm not rushing it. And, you know, it was a pretty big shot glass. And he said that he didn't want the rest of it. It was a little, this tiny corner in the bottom of the things. I drank it. And I usually don't drink after people. Not even my kids. But not wasting the white Hennessy. You know, it's alcohol. What could I? Well, I think just that little bit of putting my mouth on his cup, whatever bug he was still carrying, passed to me. And I woke up and I was all right until I had a cup of coffee, and then it was on. I was already not feeling well. I was already down. I was already feeling worn, and I think it had to do with that blue moon, lunar eclipse, blood moon thing. It just drained a lot of me, and I'd done all of the readings and everything, and I just, you know, I was on a roll. And I said, let me just rest. And then when I got your reading, when I got your note, your email, I was intending to do it that day, and I just couldn't do it. So anyway, I said all that to waste your time, right? 22 minutes, and I showed you but one card. All right, sorry. So anyway, let's start here with your reading. Okay, so this is the underlying energy, letting you know that you are more than capable of taking care of business here, okay? You have to believe in yourself. All right, so the first card that you got here was the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this talks about just feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, you're hurt, you feel betrayed, disappointed, but it also means that it's done. They can't do no more to you, right? Ten of Swords. And the good thing is you had this upside down. So this is saying to me that those swords are falling out your back. All of that stuff, those stresses that you've been having, or whoever broke your heart or betrayed you or hurt you, that has gotten you to feel like you can't do another thing, that weight is being lifted. Things are going to turn around. The next card, which represents your home environment, Ace of Pentacles, in the upright position. So that talks about being comfortable, having enough, maybe even having more than enough. Increase and change in your finances, a big change. But there's this little fox down here on this card. Not all the aces have that little fox. And what it's saying to me is that you have to be careful, because somebody might be trying to steal something from you or take something from you. All right, there could be some secrets going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. So be careful with your money and your investments. All right. Anything. Be careful where you put your purse. Your change purse, your wallet. If you have anything that's valuable and you have strange people coming in and out, move that. And be careful when you're going out, and be careful who you're inviting to your home. Okay? So, but that's a good card. The Ace of Pentacles, that's good. This here with this fox, this is something extra. But most cards don't have all of that. But it's still the ace. So you got all of the troubles falling away and an improvement in your financial matters. So that's a good start, isn't it? Now, the next card that came here was the unexpected. And this is the Five of Cups. All right, so this is talking about crying over spilled milk. That's the common definition of this. This is also something has hurt you and it's over. You may have regretted some of the things that you did or said, or whatever whatever happened. It's very painful and hurtful. And you're not even turning around to see that you still have 2 more cups of love behind you, waiting for you just to turn around. If you get up off your knees and look, you'll see that all is not lost. These 3 things, these 3 cups, they may have wasted, they may have spilled, they may have broken, it may have dried up, but there's still love coming. Now, this card is supposed to represent your role in this matter. Page of Cups. In the upright position. Oh, the Five of Cups was in the reverse. So that means that you finished crying over spilled milk. That this is over. You're getting past this. All right, so I don't know if I said that, but I want to make sure that I did. All right, this Five of Cups was in the reverse. So, it's in the past, and you're going to get past it, okay? You are going to rise above that. There's a new message of love coming for you. And it could be coming from a younger person or a young person. It doesn't necessarily have to be younger than you. But, at any rate, it's a message that's going to be coming pretty soon. And it's someone new. I believe someone new. You may not know this person. That's why it's unexpected. That's why this situation that had you all down and whatever, you're not going to expect it, but this person, this message is going to come in and it's going to surprise you. You're going to be shocked. Okay? And the last card that you got in the last position, which was supposed to be 1 card, you have the Ace of Swords in the upright position. So this means that you're going to get clarity. Okay, you're going to have good communications, strong communications. You're going to cut through whatever nonsense there is, okay, whatever other things are bothering you with these situations, and the Ten of Swords energy and the Five of Cups reverse energy, Ten of Swords reverse energy, whoever this foxy person is hanging around your money, you're going to get clarity on all of that. And you're going to be able to cut it out. All right? You are going to, it's going to be a new day. People are going to be shocked at the brand new you. Okay, Pisces? So, and the second card that came with that was the Ten of Cups. This is also in a right position. This is your dreams fulfilled, all your cups fulfilled. There's fertility, there's sweetness, there's friendship, there's cooperation, there's a nice home, okay, pets, family, happy times. You got this card with this card. The Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Right? And remember, you had the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So again, I think that you're going to be able to get to the bottom of who you can't trust around you. Right? You're going to get to the bottom of that. There's going to be a surprise coming for you from somebody. It could be somebody new. Or it could be somebody from your past returning, actually. It could be. But whomever it is, it's going to be a legitimate offer of love. And I'm saying that because you get your wishes. You get a happy ending. Okay. Kind of excellent there. All right. Now you said that when I spoke to, when I texted you back, well, sent you an email back, and I told you that you need to, let your ancestors know what's happening and pray so that I can get the messages when I go to do the reading. So you said you've been feeling better already. So I'll show. Right? So let's see what the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck has to say. And I want you to keep, if you haven't set up a ancestral altar already in your home, if you can, do that, which would be 9 glasses of water, 1 center glass of water, and 9 smaller glasses around it. I use shot glasses for that too. You can get a large glass. I don't know if they have 99-cent stores there, but anyway. Get a center glass, and then you get 9, and you put 9 around it, and you put water. You put a white cloth underneath it. What you do actually is you draw a circle, right? First you draw a circle, and in the circle you're going to draw 9 lines, all right? So little lines all around the circle. So it'll be 8 and then 1 across the middle, right? Then you're going to take the white cloth and lay it on top of it. And you're going to put the shot glasses approximately where you put the lines. And the center, you're going to put the glass in the center on top of the line. The line is underneath the cloth. It could be a doily, whatever. The line, you put it underneath. So you put it on top. So you have all your cups and glasses. Your glasses are on top. And the markings are underneath, right? And again, it's 9 because 9 is the number of the ego, okay? So you're giving them that space, that sacred space for them to come. And this is where they're going to know that when you're there, you're coming there to either take care of them, thank them, and ask them for something. They know the routine, but they want you to be grateful, okay? And that's just good manners, right? So, if you can't do that, if you can do 1 glass, just get 1 glass and a white candle. Try to keep a white candle burning on that ancestral altar if you can. If you can't, then just do a penny candle if you can, once a day, as often as you can. You can also use tea light candles. If you can't get those, you can use regular tea light candles. All right, make like a hexagon, like this, Star David, inside the top of the candle. All right, you can draw them even on these small candles. All right, you can draw it. Get a chopstick. That's what I did. I got a chopstick, and we get them with every time we order Chinese food. They give us chopsticks. So instead of throwing them out, I decided, you know what, these will make good implements to do my carvings when I fix candles and stuff, and they hold up really well, and they don't wear down like a pencil would because it's not a pencil, and you can make it as pointy as you like with your if you can get an electric pencil sharpener, and mark the Star of David on the top of the candle and write your initials 4 times, north, south, east, and west, and burn the candle for as long as it lasts. That's going to be fine. And it's about what your intentions are. And your intentions are gratitude and instructions. You want to know what it is that they would have you to do. What is it the Creator would want you to do in this situation? Okay? That's it. Now, if you can't do either of those things, then you need to find a nice, quiet place in nature where you can relax and have a little talk with God, okay? Have a little talk with your ancestors. A place that you can go that's maybe a little secluded. If not, somewhere where no one will bother you. If it's on a park bench, you know, put somebody else's jacket on either side of you. Or, you know, go to a pond or a lake or waterfall. Anywhere that you feel comfortable and that you feel that you can just pour your heart out, okay? And where you can sit and listen for answers, okay? Or just a place where you can just rest and listen to what doth say the Lord, right? So if you can't do that out in nature, then do it in your home. Do it in your room. Do it in the bathroom. Wherever you need to be to get yourself in alignment with Spirit so that Spirit can work for you and you'll know and recognize the messages that they have, right? So, 2 cards from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck came up for you. And the first one is Archangel Raphael. It says, I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. Right? So, this came in the reverse. Alright? So, this may be that because you're so despaired, you know, in such a, you're so despaired and despondent that you're not open to the help of the archangels. All right. But again, Raphael is a 9. So again, this is your ancestors asking you to open your heart and open your mind to the knowledge that is there. All right. Let's see what Archangel Raphael is talking about. Okay. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing and knowledge. His name means God has healed. Call upon Raphael to bring mental, emotional, and physical healing to areas of your life that you're struggling with. Perhaps there's a health issue that you've been ignoring and you need to seek professional help. Don't ignore your body signs that there are imbalances. Raphael supports all of life on this planet. This card could also be asking you to help others find their own path to healing by working with the angels. If you are a healer, bring the light and love of Raphael into the healing techniques you already use to strengthen them. Raphael can help you balance your chakras, boost your immune system, and teach your body to learn to heal itself. Always remember to heal yourself before embarking on a journey to heal others. Okay? So, you can go on the internet and you can find a prayer for the Archangel Raphael. All right? And learn about him, his history, and what he's able to do. All right? But healing and knowledge. All right? So, If there are any illnesses, any symptoms, things like that, go see about it. If you have seen about it and you haven't got a prognosis that you like, then that's because you need to pray about it. Okay. Um, this is healing for depression only. Also, you may not have a physical impairment, but depression is a physical ailment. Depression needs healing. Again, if there are psychologists, social workers, psychiatrists in your area and you can get to them, please speak to them. If you can't go into an office, if you don't have the ability to do that, or you feel strange about doing it, call up one of those 1-800 numbers. Suicide prevention, Alcohol Anonymous, things like that. I'm sure they have international numbers also. All right? And give yourself that additional support that you need, that you're apparently not getting right now from those around you, right? So, again, though, you did say that ever since we communicated, things have been going better, and even at the domestic front. So, just that little bit. Whenever you put that white candle, make sure that you put a glass of water next to it, okay? And again, it could be as small as a shot glass. Just a glass of cold water next to it, and let it sit there as long as the candle burns. It takes for the candle to burn out. Once the candle burns out, throw it out the window, throw it out the door, throw it down the toilet. Just don't keep it, okay? Because it's clearing energies, right? Also, get some sage or some frankincense, something that smells good to you. But sage, you need to clean out your area. You need to get some sage. If you can't find it where you are, you can order it from Amazon. And you get the sage and you burn the sage in your house. You go into every room in your house and you go in the corners and you fan it into the corners as you're praying. The Lord's Prayer, Our Father, whatever prayers you know, whatever prayers you don't know, it doesn't matter. You can keep repeating the same one over and over again. Just take it into every area of the house and open the windows and let the smoke go out. And once you finish with all the rooms, then you can either put the sage out, depending on how much you have left, or burn it out. Let it burn out. It's going to lift the energies. It's going to calm some energies, okay, too. So people might be sleepy, quiet, less talkative. Even if there are animals and stuff around, it's just soothing. It's just soothing, and it clears up a lot of the energy. It has a weird smell, but it's not bad, it's better than reefer smell. It's on it's on the same edge like that, but it's not an unpleasant smell. It's nice. But I noticed when my kids were little, my cousin was staying here. We had 2 little puppy dogs, and I burned that incense that sage around the house, and everybody, kids, cousin, dogs, everybody passed out quiet. If they're not sleeping, they're not doing nothing noisy. They're, sitting down, reading, watching television, or taking a nap. That's my experience with it. It may be different for other people, but that's what I always found. If I get sage and I burn it in my house, it just changes the entire atmosphere, all right? Everybody gets in line. Now, the next card that came out for you was the third eye chakra. Third eye chakra. I see the wisdom of my highest self and apply this wisdom in my life. All right, that's the third eye chakra. Now, this card also came in the reverse. So that means that you are not using your spiritual gifts that you already have. That's manifesting all of this. Just you reaching out to me has already made changes in your life, and that's because you are a spiritual person. All right? So, third eye chakra, seeing the wisdom of your higher self. You have to get in touch with your higher self. That's all that this is about. All right? You have intuition, and they want you to start paying attention to it. Learn how to focus in on it if you don't know already. Third eye chakra. Third eye chakra is linked to light, intuition, self-reflection. Its name is Ajna, and it means to know or to perceive. The color associated with this is indigo, and it's situated above and between the eyebrows, right? So like right here, see how she has right there? That's your third eye, okay? This card is a reminder to you that you have the ability to awaken intuitive and psychic powers within us. This is a card to remind you that we all have the ability to awaken intuitive and psychic powers within us. Guidance from higher realms often comes to you as a gut feeling. Learning ways of developing this intuition. Learn ways to develop this intuition. Just like I was telling you before, see, this is the message that you needed to have. By learning to tune into your intuition, you will be guided to make the best choices for your life. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Keep a diary of your intuitive feelings and experiences as well as your dreams, and you will discover that the more open you are, the more accurate these things will become. Trusting your intuition will also help release you of fear and instill more confidence within you. Remember to honor and encourage this ability in others so they too can become masters of their own lives. Excellent. Ashe. See? The messages that Aegon had for me to tell you even before we started this reading are being confirmed by these cards. Absolutely. All right. So let's see if we can get something from the numerology guidance cards. And this is by Michelle Bachman. And the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck was by Kim Dwyer. And these cards, the Gilded Tarot, is by Cero Marchetti. All right, so let's see if we can get some messages for you about this situation. About this situation that's going to get you to a balanced place that you need to be. We cannot have. You feeling like that? That's not working. Environment. So there's something in your environment that needs to be attended to. Like I said, with the saging, watching to see who this little fox is here, trying to get at your stuff. Pay attention. Environment. This also talks about recycling and, being careful with what you use, waste, be it food, clothing. If you can repurpose something, repurpose it. If you can hand it down to somebody, hand it down. Clothing, children, things like, for children, things like that. If you don't have any kids that you can hand things down to, any charities, churches, anybody that you know, they may need some clothes, they may need some of the extra stuff that you have hanging around that you don't need. Look into that, okay? This is 44, all right? Now, this is a master number, right? 44, is a master number, and this is about your foundation. This is also about infinity, because 4 and 4 is 8. But standalone, 44 is about your foundation and your environment. All right? So let's see what Michelle Buchanan had to say about it, because she spent more time studying it than I did, I'm sure, because she's the one who made these cards. So let's see what messages were given to her. This card indicates a time to focus on environmental awareness by educating yourself about what's going on behind the scenes. Honor Mother Earth as a living, breathing entity and recognize that we are privileged to be here as her guest. You're being encouraged to dig deep and look beyond the surface to question whether your personal and political decisions are in the best interests of planet Earth. This card also encourages you to recycle and use environmentally friendly products whenever you can. Explore using organic foods or growing your own fruits and vegetables. The more aware and self-sufficient you become, the more control you have over your health and what you put in your body. By doing your part to raise public awareness, you inspire others to do the same. So again, if you're having money issues and money concerns and you have the ability to plant things where you live, and things will probably grow a lot better for you than they would for me here in New York, right? Start planting. That way when times get lean, then at least you'll be able to pull some spinach or something out the ground and get yourself something to eat. And then you don't have to depend on anybody. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it's telling you. They want you to become more self-sufficient, okay? And take care of your environment, right? And watch out for that fox. All right, so let me see if there's any other. You got another master number, 55, adventure. 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 Oh, wow. Let's see what that's talking about. 55, adventure. It's about creativity, perhaps. Something creative. A new venture. Let's see. This card indicates a need to see your life as an adventure. No one knows what will happen tomorrow, so why not make the most of it today? You're being encouraged to step out of the rut of your everyday life to experience exciting new things. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just a couple of minor adjustments can add a little adventure and zing. And this is a time to be inquisitive and daring. You might want to rearrange your furniture or experiment with new styles of clothing. Perhaps you could eat a different type of food or take up a new hobby or go on an overseas voyage. Sometimes a new version of something familiar is enough to shake things up. Even a random act of kindness can be an adventure in itself. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life. Cycles that are leading you towards new experiences and adventures. You've got people to meet and plenty of things to see. So open yourself up to unknown horizons. Open yourself up to the unknown. Revitalize your soul and broaden your horizons. Adventure stimulates the life force and enhances your connection to source. Now, Pisces, you are very spiritual. You're a creative person. You probably sing, or you're a good artist, or a dancer, or a poet, something. But you do something creative, something in the fine arts. So, you can do this stuff too. That's what I'm saying. All right? Pisces is a very spiritual sign. And very optimistic. So, for you to be so down as you were, excuse me, I mixed peppermint with the Lipton tea. I'm trying to feel better, and it's working. Thank you so much. So, you can do this kind of work, and guess what? Maybe you can do this kind of work locally in your community, make yourself a few bucks. That's some extra income. But you have to start with yourself first, okay? So, when you can afford it, go to a bookstore, go to any of those places, Wicca. I don't know what they have there, but I'm sure they do. And if you can't find it, go online. The majority of, not the majority, but everything that I've gotten over the last year, all the cards, the decks, have been from the internet. Amazon, honestly. But there are other websites. Some of these readers on YouTube, they have links to their own stores that you can purchase tarot cards if you like the cards they're using. Okay, I'm not that grown up yet, so I'll just use what they make. You know, I've thought about even making a deck, but I don't draw. But I have somebody around that does. So, but that's for later. That's for later. Right now, the most important thing to do is get these messages out and help people whenever we can, right? All right, so let's see if we can get some further information from the Angel Answers deck. I can't vouch for them. They can say anything. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love them. I love them. I love them. They do give some really great answers, and they're so pretty. I wish you all could see even the backs of these cards. They glow. When I'm trying to get this iPad situated so that I can go back to putting the focus on the cards and not on me. So I bought an iPad, and it took beautiful pictures, but I was an idiot and I turned it while it was recording, and so half of the video is in the reverse. I mean, you can hear the words, everything is good, but it's just you're seeing the cards. You're still seeing the cards. It's just upside down. You know, like when I show the cards, you're seeing it in the reverse. But I'm talking about it so you know what position it is in. You can go and check it out too, because it was a good reading. I was just playing around with the cards. This is what I'm saying. You can play around with the cards and do readings for celebrities and things like that, just to practice. You know, that's how I started. First I read myself, and then I read people I knew on the down low, you know, and then, you know, get your kids, friends to get a free reading, you know, their kids, they ain't got no money. I would do them too. They were, oh, yeah, come on, you know. Of course, after a while, you do have to say you can't give away your ashe. So, if they can't afford to pay you, then maybe they can send you or bring you a bottle of rum for your egon, or a cigar for egon. If you can make an elaborate type of an altar and leave some white rum and some cigar on your altar for your egon, they love that stuff. All right. When you eat, you're supposed to put aside food for them too. They should get something first. Okay, if you cook something special or you're having a party or something like that, make them a plate. But I'll be honest, I don't do that all the time every day either. And what I realized yesterday, because they know the challenges that I have because I'm their child, right? These are my family. These are my people. This is my great-grandmother. This is both my great-grandmothers and my father and my grandfather and my grandmother and my cousins and everybody. People I've never met, don't know their names, and never ever heard of them. But that's why they keep me with a pet, even though I don't want the pet. And the kids say that they're going to take care of the pet. The person that ends up taking care of the pet is me. And I don't want that responsibility. Never did. But I'm not going to have an animal uncomfortable living underneath my roof, I'm going to make sure that it eats and it has clean water, and walk them and clean up after them, and now clean the cat litter box. But even that is taking care of Eggle. That's what they told me yesterday. No need to worry. This is the card that just came up out of this deck for you, darling. No need to worry. Ashe. Thank you, Eggle. Thank you so much. So much. No need to worry. You see, she has a little altar down there. She has her little altar. That angel has her altar. And it's glowing. When I give incense, that's an offering. When I feed the cat, that's an offering. Now, on days when I can't cook and things like that, I don't have the strength to do too much, I come here and I'll give them ancestral money. That's something new that I discovered last year too, and it seems to work very well. It's you can get it if you know at the well, let me see. I'm sure that you have Korean or Chinese markets and things like that. They sell it. It's called JOFF money, JOFF, or Hell Notes. That's another way. And they sell it on Amazon too. You can go to Amazon and order the ancestral money. So what you do is you get the ancestral money. There's a special way that you're supposed to fold it. If you're creative, you can do it like that. If you can't do it the way that it's traditionally done, then you do some kind of origami and you fold it up and you put it inside of a fireproof pot, you know, something that you're only going to use for this purpose alone. I went to the store and I got a decent pot. Put it like a terracotta something underneath it so that it doesn't burn a hole in your table or your floor, wherever you put it to burn. And you write the names of your ancestors on the back of the money. So you get $2 bills. One's for one side of your family, one's for the other side of your family. And you start writing the names of all of those people on that side and all of those people on that side. You write their names as you remember them. And if you don't remember them, then you write Total Egun. Total, T-O-T-A-L, Egun, A-G-E-G-U-N. They know who you're talking to. And write gratitude from you, your name and everything. Thank you very much, Mefere Fune Egun, or whatever. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your protection. Thank you for your guidance, whatever. Each separately, each family line separately. And then you fold it up, put it inside of the container. 2 days this phone will ring. I'm not answering it anyway. So, you can get some incense. You can get some Florida water if you want. You can get cinnamon. You can put honey. You can, and when I say incense, like powdered incense, frankincense, put everything inside of the pot with the names, the papers, the bills, and you can burn that. All right. Now that is a practice that the Asian people have been doing for centuries. And we are just catching on. So, if you don't have, and it's not expensive, you get a lot of bills, and they have like crazy denominations of money that have never been seen. You know, like 16 zeros on with a 1 at the beginning. But this is paying off any debts that the ancestors have. I don't know how that works, but that's what they say. They need money in heaven. So they could be paying, if there's loans that they had outstanding when they passed away, inheritances that didn't go the way it was supposed to go, whatever, they take the money, they use it, and they're happy for it. Okay, so imagine Well, how many thousands of years, hundreds of years of ancestors do you have? Do I have? Do we all have? And they missing up, they're poverty stricken. While all the other people are getting their people are sending them money. Because I think the Jewish people do it too. So these are things that we haven't been taught about, because in our country, at least in the United States, anything that has to do with African ancestry, anything that's going to be empowering to African people, the descendants of the enslaved, can't have that. See how they acting? Just because they had a black president for 8 years, they're ready to turn us over to the Russians. Please. Don't let me get started. Anyway, you're not here for that. No need to worry. Excuse me. But I'm feeling better, so I'll take it what I can, right? No need to worry. Let's see what this is. All right, so whoever I didn't answer now is texting me. Okay, your worries and concerns regarding your question are unnecessary. God and your angels have the situation well in hand, and everything is going to turn out perfectly. Obsessing over this subject isn't helpful. The energy of fear and worry only slows the eventual manifestation of your desires. Visualize loving and happy outcomes and keep your thoughts positive. Very soon you'll wonder why you were worrying about this at all. Now I know you said things have been going bad for a while. Okay, so I'm not trying to be light about any of this. But what I'm telling you is that for whatever brought you to watch the video that you were watching, and for you to write that note to me, and for me to be able to have the time, if I hadn't gotten sick, to do this reading for you as soon as I have, all things work together for the good. All things. So, I wanted to check out, this is the Life Purpose Oracle by Doreen Virtue, and this talks about different vocations that may be harmonious with you, okay? So, let's get a card from Doreen Virtue and see what she has to say about what your life purpose is supposed to be, or something that'll help center and balance you in this situation. All right, or maybe you're in the right profession already, you know, or maybe there's a way to work. Oracle cards. You're able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others, darling. You're Pisces. You can do this. You can do this. The tarot is not as easy as the oracle cards. So I guess that's what they're telling you, to start with oracle cards. Oracle cards are like these. The conscious spirit cards are oracle cards. The romance angel cards are oracle cards, where they have some kind of direction, some written, you know, right on the card for you. Whereas with these cards, you kind of have to know them, and different times you see different things in different cards depending on what the energy is and what it is the spirit wants you to know and see and say. Okay, you could see something in the card that another reader would never see in that card. You got oracle card as your life purpose. Thank you, Ego. So, let's see what that's talking about. Like we don't know. Okay. And most oracle cards come with guidebooks like this. Tarot cards don't normally come with guidebooks. You got to figure that out. And it's not like there's not a lot of material out there, but a lot of these different manufacturers, the cards look different, okay? So, I know that you know this already, but I'm just going to show you. You know how I said that there was no fox in the Ace of Pentacles? I'm going to look. And if there is a fox, then I apologize. And I'll be looking for him from now on. But let me see if I can find him in the regular tarot cards. This is good anyway, because I don't like to shuffle them in the... okay, here we go. This is the Ace of Pentacles in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. The traditional tarot. And this is the Eight of Pentacles in the Gilded Tarot. You see a fox? I don't see no fox. But there's one here. Now that doesn't take away anything from this or anything from that. That just means that that's how they were led. In order to help the reader, okay, give them more hints and clues and a different perspective on the cards, you know, what their spirit guides told them when they use these cards. Because after a while, when you do this for a while, you're going to just start getting impressions and vibrations of your own that may have nothing to do with traditional tarot card definitions and things like that. It's just how the spirit leads you at the moment. You know, if you know the basic meanings, that's wonderful. And you will learn them as you go. This is a good deck to get, the Gilded Tarot. But of course, the Rider-Waite deck. But that doesn't come with a guidebook at all. This one does, actually. The Gilded Tarot, if you get the Easy Tarot, it's like a kit. And it has the book, and it has the cards, and it even has like a thing that you can lay out and learn the different positions, right? And then they also give you other types of spreads that you could do, all right, with flashcards. I don't know why I kept shuffling those cards, because I wanted to put them back in the box. You're free to do what you choose. The answers you seek may involve going to school. Of course, you're going to learn how to do tarot. And your life purpose involves traveling. Sure, because you're going to be doing readings and you're going to go to people's homes. You might get so good you might even be on TV, you know. Or people may make appointments for you to come and do readings at parties and, you know, open... like tarot fairs where they may have one or two other readers there, so that everybody takes turns from the audience that shows up. People buy tickets. There's all kinds of ways to make money. I don't know with any restrictions there may be where you are, but if they can come to your house and give you a couple of bucks under the table, I didn't say that. I just shook my head. Right? Okay, so what are we going to do next? We're going to do a Until Today card for you. Let me read the book, right? Oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Did I read this already? Am I getting MS brains? No. You have an affinity for working with oracle cards, and they speak to you as whispers from the angels. This card comes to you as a validation of the thought that you've had of incorporating oracle card readings into your career. You could give readings as a full-time occupation where you offer guidance and advice to answer clients' questions. Or you may incorporate card readings as an aspect of your healing profession, for instance, by using the words on the front as focal points as you begin your sessions. Oracle cards can also give you personal guidance that can boost any career path. Okay, so this is a tool for you to use to accomplish a few things: income, some peace, and connection to spirit. Oh shit. So the next cards that we're going to look at are from the Until Today deck by Yana Van Zandt, which is they didn't make them at the same time. They actually were made years apart. But she did this first. She did the book first, and then she did the cards. And the cards and the books have different words and passages and stuff. And they do still sell this on Amazon, because I got two. Because I know I use these for every reading, and they're, anything can happen. Some water, the cat, whatever. So I figured buy an extra backup in case. Well, all right. Just like my Orisha deck, I have 2 decks of those. I have 2 decks of postcards for spirit, but I don't know how that happened. That was a mistake. It was on pre-order. I must have pre-ordered it, and then when I saw it again, I ordered it again. I don't know. But I got two. And that's good, because if you're traveling, or you have 2 homes, you leave one set of cards one place, one set of cards the other place. That way, wherever you go, you can do readings. But that's good for me, because I do this on YouTube. If you're just going to do it at home, you don't need to do all of that. I am learning to forgive myself. Until today, you may have found it difficult to forgive yourself for certain behaviors that you have engaged in. Just for today, be willing to grow, learn, and heal yourself with forgiveness. That's the first step. Forgive yourself. Stop listening to those negative messages of condemnation and ridicule that you give yourself. All right, we criticize ourselves more than bullies in the schoolyard do, because we know all our secrets that other people don't know. So it's even worse. Forgive yourself. You only do things with the information that you have at the time. Nobody's perfect. And hurt people hurt people. Sometimes we accept people into our lives that we shouldn't, because we think that we can help them, especially a Pisces. And sometimes they're not up to it. Those people are not up to your love. They're not up to your level. And they know it. Even if they don't articulate it, inside their spirit, inside of them, knows they're not good enough. And that's why they screw up. Or they cause things to happen that reinforces the fact that they ain't shit. Okay? So don't forgive yourself for being loving towards these people, because you can't help it. Forgive yourself for allowing these people to come into your atmosphere. You can't help it. That's what you're here for. You're a healer. Okay? You have gifts, and you're going to draw people to you who need healing. Okay? And because you haven't been doing the work, you don't know how to fix them or help them fix themselves. So then things fall apart, because you don't know what they're there for. They really don't even know what they're there for, because they don't know. But it's not the right time. You're not ready. And by the time you're getting ready, you don't feel like being involved with them anyway. You don't have to go back over it with their bad behavior, but you can definitely put your boundaries up and let them know what you will and will not stand for, what you will and will not submit to. Even if you've already done it, You have free will to stop it dead in its tracks. You know what? I'm getting off this train right now because you don't know where you're going, and I want to live. All right? So, learn to love yourself. Work on getting yourself some oracle cards. You can start with those romance. The Romance Angel Oracle deck was the first deck that I ever bought of an oracle card. I had these already. I had never even opened them. They were a gift. The same person that gave me this years later, he found this somewhere and brought them for me for a birthday present, I believe. And who knew? Who knew then? This was years ago. Who knew then that both these tools would become such a part of this journey for me? I mean, he knew I read tarot cards. That's why he bought it for me. But he knew I did it at home. But, you know, I'm pretty sure he didn't know what that was. You know, it's a 50. It's not. It doesn't even say they're oracle cards because that's not what they're meant for. They're meant for you to pick a card for yourself each day and read. But same thing with any other cards. I can read myself. I can read other people. You can read yourself. You can read other people. Like I said, start off with yourself. Then do somebody like a friend that lives across town. Try to see if you can tune into them. Like I said, your kids in the neighborhood, you know, folks that are, you know, you don't have to take money from them, but you're going to practice, and that's the exchange right there, all right? They're giving you the opportunity to exercise your spiritual muscles. So it's a barter. It's an even exchange. Now, after a while, you can start saying, well, you know, you got to at least bring me a white candle, you know. And that it could just be something that's small. Okay, you don't have any money? All right, so pick me up 2 white candles before you come. You don't have that much money? Okay, go to the liquor store and get me a small bottle of rum. Thank you very much before you come. You don't have any money? Okay, you have some food or something like that in the house? Bring me something that I could put on the altar for my ego. Something like that. I never really got with the food part unless they were going to get something. Anyway, but definitely, bottle of rum, cigars, candles, incense, anything that you use for your work. Florida water. They sell this all over the world. Florida water. They're gonna love that, and you will keep that around, and it's refreshing. It'll lift your spirits. You rub it on your arms. You rub it around your neck. You can use it as your cologne. It just smells great, and you're gonna love it. So, one last card for you. Look at this. This is an hour and a half almost. I hope that these messages are making sense to you. And once I send this to you, I'm going to upload it because other people, just like you, will be YouTube surfing, looking for a reader, or not even looking for something that ain't got nothing to do with reading. But they may come across it, it may pique their interest, and then they watch it, and maybe they'll get help too. Maybe there's a message here that'll pertain to someone else. And again, that's an offering. That's your offering because this is your reading, and this is my offering because I'm going to share it. We're going to share it and get those messages out because it's not just for us. It's not just for you. It's not just for me. There are people all over the world going through things just like you and I are. And if we can find a way to help them, if we can use this internet, this tool, until they take it away from us, if we can use this as a way to communicate blessings and healings and comfort and instruction and the messages the Spirit has for the people. Oh, Shay, this is a wonderful time we're living in. I thank God that I was here to experience it, even the highs and the lows, and even that. I think it's just, I'm just grateful. I'm just so grateful. And again, I thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, let's see. Are there any more messages, any affirmations, confirmations that we can share with our Pisces clients today? Thank you, Rico. All the incense are burnt down, the candles, well, the candles are fine, but I get to talking, right? Funny card says, with love. And you know, this is the ancestors putting in their 2 cents. Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days, giving as much as you do and sharing your energy so beautifully in the service of the highest good. Can leave you feeling depleted like an empty well. Well, if it feels as if there's no more water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath. Book a massage. Read a novel. Buy yourselves flowers or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care. Not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you're reminded to do so more often. Take time for self-care. Not more work on yourself. Tend to yourself now and remind yourself to do it more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no, gently but firmly, and then go for a soak in the tub. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center, replenished and ready for more adventure. We love you so very much. There's healing power in the water. That yesterday, I went into the shower, and every time I put the shower on my back a certain way and it came across, I just felt like I could just waiting to exhale. That was the feeling. I soap up and I do it again, and it ran over my shoulders to my back, and it just felt so great. If you have salt water where you live, take a swim in that. Take a bath in that salt water. My great-grandmother told me that salt water was very healing in Barbados. So, I don't know what the water is where you are, but if they got salt water, give it a try. If they don't, make yourself a nice bath. Put some candles or some good music that you want. You can find music on YouTube. They have a miracle music healing. Maybe I'll find that and put that link to it in the description here, because I listened to that the other day and it really made me feel a whole lot better. Okay? And I had it going through the house, you know, playing on both of the televisions because I'm able to cast the signal. My son wasn't home, so I could do whatever I wanted. Oh, it was wonderful. Burning incense, playing the miracle music, playing with my cards. I did readings in 2 days. Not 2 days. Yeah, pretty much 3 days. Overdone. What? Amazing. But I wanted to do it because I love doing it. So I'm telling you that if you reach out to start doing this kind of work, you might find that you love it too. And it will bring you some peace and purpose. And just these cards, just shuffling the cards, holding them, all the things that you have to do to get ready to do a reading, you know, clear the energy, clear your area, all of that stuff. It's part of the meditation. It's part of the spirituality. Everything that you do in regards to this work is pleasing. And you don't have to do it. You're doing it out of your free will, even though you're meant to do it. You could have refused it. There are people refusing stuff now. That's why you're, in the situation that you're in now. Somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do, and they did not treat you fairly. They did not treat you nicely. So you got to get rid of them so that you can open up space for something new. But if they maybe if they hadn't acted so funky, or whatever that situation was, if it had worked out, maybe then you would not have had reason to know that you were supposed to be doing this work if no one had said it to you before. Or had they said it to you before and you ignored it, well, sometimes they take us to a place where we can't help but do what it is that we are supposed to do. You know, we're going to be hard-headed, right? Hard head carry a soft behind. So, that could be all it is. Anyway, darling, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it helped. You'll be able to look at it anytime, refer to it if it does, and like, subscribe, share. Share it with your friends. Tell them to subscribe to the channel also. We made 1,000 last night. Actually, this morning when I woke up, I think it was 1,001. Ashe Egon. So, we'll see when YouTube gets around to explaining to me what's happening. Then I'll know. Doesn't seem like it's a lot. They're supposed to start monetizing the videos. But they keep the first 100 in like an account, and then they pay you after that, and they won't pay you until it's accumulated. So they keep 100, and then they don't pay you till it's 100, I think. Something like that. But you have to actually ask, if you stop doing YouTube videos, you have to ask them to discontinue your channel and send you the $100. I don't know why they're holding it. Maybe there's something that just, I don't know. Anyway, so we'll see what happens, and so hopefully all of my subscribers will stay with me, and I'll get more, and we'll all continue to share, and we'll all continue to grow. All right, and I thank God for this opportunity to do this work. Okay, so I hope it helped, and let me know if any of this resonated with you, and then we will go ahead further. Okay, let's give it let's give it to March, and just check in with me. Send me an email a month from now. So February is a leap month, right? So today's the 8th. So let's say by March 15th. All right? St. Patrick's Day, March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Okay, let's do that. Send me an email, unless something crazy goes on in March. Let things go ahead. Let them progress naturally while you start doing what you've been told to do. Okay? And keep up the good work. And hold your temper. Right? And call on your archangels, Archangel Raphael, and your ancestors. All right, and let's see any further improvements come up. Okay, so I'll be talking with you then, and I'll be sending you this email right now. I try to remember to get that link for that music. Okay, so anyway, I hope you're feeling better. I certainly am. So I thank you for your healing that you said, because you said you were going to pray for me, and look at me. I'm up and I'm doing your reading. So, see? You got it. All right. So, I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying the videos, and please share not just the video for you, all of the other zodiac signs, people, share it with them. It may not be relative to them, but it may be relative to somebody else they know. Okay? Thank you so much, and I'll be talking to you soon, and I'll be praying for you, darling. Keep up the good work. Peace.